we actually pretty seriously considered the tool I had worked with previously. So everything was kind of compared against that. And @Task really just stood out from a capacity planning perspective and from a collaborative project management. Capacity planning was obviously first on my mind. We've got all these projects going on. We've got a limited number of developers. We need to figure out which projects we can do, how many we can do, how quickly we can get them out. But then the collaborative project management piece has been huge for us. Our development team is in there. Our director of development is in there probably most of the day, every day, looking at what his team is supposed to be doing. And a lot of times you find that development shops function in a vacuum, and @Task has really made the difference to get them on board and have them, what day does this say I need to deploy? I need to deploy May 7th? All right, well, I'll have that for you May 7th. And it's really made it for a much more collaborative, much more accountable environment. And we have an on-site development team, an offshore development team, a set of BAs, a group of QA who are some local, some remote, and use @Task to kind of coordinate that whole jumble of work. When we originally got the product, we were missing every date, literally every date. Last summer, we had a moratorium on IT work. For 1 month, we would push out nothing. We were going to come up with new standards and try and figure out something to hit a date. And at that point, we had @Task in place for 3 or 4 months. And that was probably kind of central core to this new process where we would have predictability around our dates. And really, we went live in June of last year, and I'd say since September or October, we have either hit all of our dates or known far in advance we were going to miss a date, and we're able to plan for it and plan for the downstream effect of all the other projects that were piggybacked behind it. So that definitely we've seen huge gains. I mean, to go from an IT department that everybody kind of thought was a joke, and something goes to IT and we'll never get it, and it'll be wrong when we get it, to an IT department that consistently delivers on time, on budget, really no surprises, has been really a lot of that attributed to @Task. We really use the user utilization grid a lot, and that we actually print that out for our senior leadership team and take it around and say, look, here's what our development team is busy doing. Expand it to show the tasks on their schedules, and they really can understand that. It's a lot of detail, but our senior leadership likes that. So that's probably the first one. Collaborative project management is huge for us, really getting that accountability. And then, we're just recently getting into the reports and dashboards, and I'm super excited about all the capabilities there, because I just think, the world is open with that functionality. Doing analysis around plan versus actuals, how much time are we taking for our small projects, our medium projects, our large projects, to be able to give predictability in our prioritization process. So I think those are probably kind of my top 3.